what's going on, guys? Welcome back to Aries EDC and another edition of TNFNU Thoughts and Feelings and Updates. Got a lot to talk to you guys about today, as always. A lot of things going on, and I just wanted to kind of go through them with you. But please subscribe to the channel. So I have about 1,100 subscribers right now to the channel. I had a goal early on of 1,000 subscribers, and I met that pretty early here in 2024. And we're about halfway through the year, and I had set another goal of 2,000. And I know that that was pretty lofty of me, but hey, what the heck. But it's kind of slowed down. So if you're first time watching this, please subscribe to the channel. It does help. And you're missing out on a lot of cool content that I feel like I share with you guys on a daily basis. So please subscribe. So on this one, I just really wanted to share with you guys and express how thankful I am for all of you. And I seem to do this a lot, and I don't mean it to be that way. This isn't something that I really plan on. It's not something that I really put a lot of thought into as far as the direction the channel goes. It just kind of happens. And recently I had a setback with the flamingo, and I expressed that frustration to you guys. And I do that not to hide something, but I feel like I need to be transparent. As a maker, I want my customers to feel like I'm going to try to provide them the best quality product that I possibly can. And for a consumer, I want you guys to be, to feel like I'm not hiding anything from you, and I'm just giving you everything that I possibly can and being truthful. And I feel like I do. I share the good, and I share some things that are setbacks that are maybe are not so good. And with the good comes the bad. And you guys are always very supportive with me. As a maker, I know I'm going to have good days and I'm going to have bad days. Things are going to go my way and things aren't going to go my way. And then sometimes I can turn those negatives into a positive. For instance, I don't know if anybody remembers, but the Talon is the perfect example. I didn't even think I could get this blade made, but I went ahead and did it, and it turned out pretty cool. But if you remember, I had a setback, and the tip of this blade broke off after heat treating. And as you guys remember, I almost gave up on this, and then I reshaped it, and it ended up coming out really, really cool. So you have a setback. Your first initial reaction is to get frustrated and throw your hands up, especially me, because I am very hard on myself. Nobody's the worst critic of me than me. I am the worst on myself than anybody else will ever be. So if anybody else gives me criticism or says anything, that's nothing, because I'm much more hard on myself than any of you will ever be. So I am just trying to impress myself, which that's very difficult to do. I do my best, and I try to provide the very best product that I possibly can and get it out to you guys. With every single blade that goes out, I know there's little flaws that I see. You might not see it and might say it's perfect. What are you talking about? But for me, I see it and I'm like, oh, there's that one little thing that bothers me. And it's just me. But I'm the one who's making it. I'm the one who's putting it out there. And the flamingo, I have it all taped up because I need to get this blade hand sanded. And Ray, I am going to work on it. But I need some time, and I'm going to turn this belt satin finish into a hand satin finish. The difficult part is it was perfect. I was really happy with it. A belt satin finish is not easy for me to do, but I was able to do it. and it looked really, really good until it got those scratches on it. And then that's not good. But if I look at this side, there's no scratches on it. It's absolutely pretty perfect. And that's what's annoying, is because this side, and I tried to fix it, and I'm just chasing my tail and making it worse. And at this point, hand sanding it is going to be the best thing that I could possibly do to fix it. And I'm going to fix it, and I'm going to make it look amazing. And even if I have to make another sheath, I will make another sheath. But I think I smoothed out the sheath now that it's in there, and it's not going to give that person that any other issues now that I have that done. So, you know, sometimes the problems for which I initially share with you guys, I make them worse, but it's thought out. But making these videos has been kind of a therapy thing for me too, because I get to express with you guys how I feel at that time. And sometimes it's in the moment, and sometimes I take a step back and I think about what I really want to say, and then I just go for it. Sometimes it's what I want to say, and sometimes I'm like, well, that didn't really come across the way that I really wanted it to, but it's out there. And I try not to hold back, because it's that whole transparency. Just like if you have a knife here that I'm building for you, I'm pretty transparent about where it is and what's being done and how it's being done and everything else. I try to share everything with you guys. Whether I'm oversharing, I don't know. I don't feel like I'm oversharing. There's a lot of stuff I don't share with you guys. I don't share with you a lot of the reasons why I got into it. The reasons that it kind of gave me an escape. So I don't talk about that, and maybe one day I'll tell you that story. But right now, I'll keep that to myself. So thank you for everybody being positive. Thank you for realizing I'm human and still fairly new at this knife game and making the knives. I'm only about 3.5 years in. So, you know, I haven't been making very long, and I just have that little 1x30 out there, and maybe one day I'll be able to upgrade. But for right now, it's doing its job, and I'm pretty proud of the work that I'm able to put out there, and still be able to be successful with what I'm doing and fill the books and everything else, which is awesome. So that's what I have for that. Speaking of the books, I'm just going to officially say it. I've said it in some of the live streams, but I'm going to tell you guys now. June. Whoa, people are going to freak out. June is going to be my month. Scott's month. I get to make some blades that I want to make. So officially, there will be no books in June, and I will reopen in July. June is going to be a time for me to do the projects that I talked about in the video that said the things that I want to do. So I'm going to do the Magna Cut Stigma. I'm going to do some of the Damascus builds. I have 2 Damascus builds I want to do. One I've shared with you, one I haven't, and I'm just going to do it. And then I want to get that spike, the sax-shaped spike. I want to get that going. And I haven't made up my mind with handles on that yet. I have some material here that I had set aside for another project that I might use on this one, but we'll see. I don't know. So I'm kind of looking forward to June. And while I'm doing that, I might be rethinking the process of the books. It's working. And I think it's fair, but I might be rethinking what I'm going to do and how many I'm going to do it, but we'll see. So July, keep an eye out. I'm going to be doing that. Speaking of the books, let's talk about the current builds. Well, right now, I have the Flamingo. I'm going to be hand sanding that here in the next couple days getting that all beautiful so that I can get it finished and sent back to you, Ray, so that you guys can have your flamingo back. So that I'm going to get done very, very soon. The 3 stainless blades that I sent out, they are now in tempering. So they've been hardened and now they're in tempering, which is cool. Because once they're in tempering, then they're only going to be in tempering for maybe another day or 2, and then they'll get put back into shipping, and then that'll take a day or 2, and then hopefully, maybe, fingers crossed, by the end of next week, I can get those blades back. Hopefully, and then I can finish up May and get started on my June builds that I really want to do. Then that leaves the 3 80 CRV2 blades, the Bloom XL, which has been acid etched and stone washed. I've shared it in my last video, but I got the handles roughly shaped out and ready for gluing up, which these 3 are going to get glued up right after I'm done filming this video. I'm going to be gluing these up so that tomorrow, as I'm filming this, which is Friday, during the live stream, I can work on handles with you guys. So this is going to get all glued up so that I can get them done. Then you have the thorn with the ultra purple kieranite with the yellow. I think it's going to look pretty cool. That's going to look pretty awesome with the acid etched stonewash blade. So that's kind of cool. And then last but not least, the prototype, or the first, oh my God, the whole thing just fell apart in my hand. The Torcido, let me put it all back together. The Torcido is coming out really, really good. This is the first one I've ever made. I'm doing something a little bit different with the handle. Not all of them are going to look like this. Obviously, this is what Cheeto wanted, and I just dropped stuff all over the place. Oh my gosh, where are you? Oh, and I'm back. All right. All right, ta-da, the Torcido, all ready for gluing up. It's got the white liner. That turquoise with the desert ironwood is gonna look pretty cool. So you can see how I polished that up. So the rest of the wood's gonna look like that. This material gets nice and shiny with the polish too. So I'm looking forward to getting that finished. So the Torcido is looking good. So all 3 of these are gonna get glued up as soon as I'm done here. And then I can get them done so that tomorrow's live stream, I can work on them. Before the live stream, I'm going to be working on the flamingo. So before the live stream starts, I'm going to be working my butt off with the flamingo, getting this thing sanded down and taken care of. And that's what I have going on. I'm really hoping to have those 3 handles done maybe by the end of the day tomorrow. Maybe. That would be awesome. And then by the weekend, I could get the sheaths done and maybe start sharpening some of them. So middle of next week, I'll be done with all 3 of those. And then I'll get the other 3 back. Looking pretty good. I think I'm doing pretty good for May. May came out pretty good. I stressed him a little bit, but I got through it. And we're all good. We're all good. So, I don't want this channel to be a huge negative thing or people see it as a negative thing. I'm just being real. And the journey, I guess you could say, is real. And I go through these things and there's ebbs and flows and I'm having a really great time. I'm really happy with the way that these guys are turning out. I built these scales. And the scales came out really cool. Everything's lining up perfectly with that inlay. That's not easy to do, is to get that to line up perfectly on both sides, making the handle scale. And it should be lining up absolutely perfect once it's glued up. and it's going to be pretty awesome. So with all of the successes I have, and then sometimes something goes wrong that's kind of out of my control, even though I blame myself anyway, because I'm the one who made the sheath. I'm the one who did everything. That, I blame myself. Even though I'm going to fix it, even though I always will fix it. It's just annoying because it was really good, and the belt satin finish was looking really good. I've only done it a couple times, and only successfully, I guess now only once. No, twice. Which, by the way, I don't know what's going on with this, and maybe this person, if you're seeing this, you can reach out to me. Let me know what's going on. But the bloom that was AEB-L with this cool cyan handle material is still here. The person that got on the books, and he asked for this material. He asked for belt satin finish. He asked for gray, and this was his build, and I did it for him. Kind of flaked out. I've messaged him a couple times to find out if he's ready to get the knife, and he hasn't gotten back to me or anything. So I've kind of reached out and said, hey, let me know if you still want it, or I might have to put it up for sale. And I know that there's plenty of takers on this knife, because I know when it was being built, there was a lot of you guys who thought it looked really awesome, and it does. And so this one is still here and waiting. So if you're the person who wanted this knife, reach out to me. Let me know. I need to know if you want it or not. If not, it's fine. I'll put it up for sale. There's people who probably want it. It has the nice leather-looking sheath, that dinosaur skin kydex that they call it. I don't know. It came out really good, and I was kind of hoping to get it to that person, and I've been holding it here. This was a March build. No, that was the April build, but it's still sitting here. So, my friend, let me know. I want to give it to you. I know you were excited about the way it was going, but I can't sit on it either. So you got to let me know. The Magna Cut Yokto has also been shipped out, so fingers crossed that will get to its destination. So it was good to get that back. I fixed it, got a nice edge on it, and now it's going back. What else? Oh, I'm working on some other things behind the scenes. You guys like my new patch thing? I'm putting my patches here. I never thought I'd be into patches, but I've gotten all these patches now. That's, I know you guys can't really see it, but Bluminati's patch, an American flag, Vosteed, and a Kaiser patch. So I'm gonna start working on my patch collection. I need to find a place to put my stickers. I don't want to put it on this refrigerator anymore because might be getting rid of that. But I have plenty of these stickers that I could put someplace else. So one of the things I want to do for June is I might rearrange this room. I'm going to rearrange kind of how I have stuff on the walls and rearrange the way that this is set up to make it work a little bit better. And then rearrange the look of this. I don't know. So these are all things that I want to do, and I just haven't had time to do it. So June is going to be my month. So that's what I have for you guys. Please subscribe to the channel. Like, leave a comment, or not. That choice is yours. Have a good one.